So it's time for us to use our Sprite class. Let's go to main.js. Let us first import Sprite. And then I want to instantiate it similar to how I instantiated the red block. And the idea of this Sprite is that it's going to replace this blue rectangle that I have. It's going to replace this, and it will basically do the drawing and the movement. So let's go here and say cons. We can call this blue Sprite, and we say this is a new Sprite. And so actually I can just use these variables here. So we need to give it a X position, top left, a initial Y again for the top left corner. We got to give it a width and a height. So we use 10 and 10. So let's give it 10 and 10. And then we need to give it a color. We use this shade of blue. We can bring that up here. And then we're going to give it a delta X and a delta Y, which we use 2 and -2. So let's use those variables here. Okay. And I can delete all of this stuff. And we can go here and say, instead of this, we say blue Sprite draw, and we pass in the ctx. And instead of this part, we say blue Sprite move. All right, so our animation loop or our game loop involves clearing the canvas, drawing a red block, and then drawing a blue Sprite, and then updating its coordinate, and then calling the draw again before the next frame is painted on the screen. And so because the coordinates of the blue Sprite are updated, in the next frame, this blue Sprite is going to be slightly offsetted from the previous place that it was. On the other hand, the red block is just going to stay stationary. So what you would expect is to see this effect, right? The red block stays, the blue Sprite moves. Okay, awesome. So we're getting somewhere. And in the next video, we're going to be updating the behavior of our blue Sprite to not sort of move away and go off the screen and become bouncy and hit the edges and get reflected and come back.